Thanks to the January 6th committee, we now have insight into a pretty stunning text message exchange between former Trump aide Hope Hicks and former Ivanka aide Julie Radford. According to the texts, Hope Hicks wrote to Julie Radford, speaking about Trump, in one day he ended every future opportunity that doesn't include speaking engagements at the local Proud Boys chapter. And all of us that didn't have jobs lined up will be perpetually unemployed. I'm so mad and upset, we all look like domestic terrorists now. To which Julie wrote, "Oh yes, I've been crying for over an hour." Hicks went on to complain that, quote, "This made us all unemployable, like untouchable. God, I'm so fucking mad." To which Julie responded, "I know, like there isn't a chance of finding a job. Visa also sent me a blow-off email today already." Hicks then said, "Nope, not being dramatic, but we are all fucked. Alyssa looks like a genius," which is a reference to Alyssa Farah Griffin, who resigned from the Trump administration early. Hicks then said, "Attacking the VP, WTF is wrong with him." Now, first off, 1,000-pound elephant in the room. Pretty amazing that on a day when democracy teetered on the precipice at the hands of the guy who they worked for, it really does say it all that their sole priority was their own job prospects. Not the country, not the lives of those police officers who had been attacked by the mobs, not even the members of Congress who are at risk of being assassinated. Nope. Here we've got Hope Hicks whining that she won't get to cash in with a cushy job at Visa after Trump's term ended. If there was any doubt about what these people actually care about, you don't have to guess. Here they are quite literally telling you. I don't know how many times we have to be reminded of this, but there was never any moral compass within that administration. Good people do not see who Donald Trump is and what he represents, and yet choose to work for him anyway. So all of those stories about how Ivanka or Jared or Hope or Melania would be moderating forces in the White House, give me a fucking break. They're all crooked, they're all greedy, they're all looking out for themselves. These texts, which were never intended to be public, prove exactly that point. I mean, seriously, that these people were ever able to hide behind this notion of being pro-family values or pro-police or pro-military or pro-states' rights or pro-fiscal conservatism is a joke. You can't tell me that the party that lined up behind Donald Trump, who paid out God knows how many hush money payouts for affairs, is pro-family values. You can't tell me the party that sided with the insurrectionists over the cops and the National Guard troops that they tried to kill is pro-police or pro-military. You can't tell me that the party that signed on to the Texas lawsuit to get all the votes thrown out in 4 other states is pro-states' rights. You can't tell me that the party that added $7.8 trillion to the national debt under Trump is pro-fiscal conservatism. All these labels are the phony branding that the GOP clings onto to hide what it actually stands for, which is its own members' pursuit of power by any means necessary. From Donald Trump and Kevin McCarthy all the way down to Hope Hicks and Julie Radford, seen here whining on the day of the insurrection at the US Capitol because they won't be able to cash out for themselves like they'd hoped. These people stand for themselves and nothing more. The fact is that the government should not be a launching pad for million-dollar private sector careers, and anyone who views it that way, which seems to be the entirety of the GOP, and yes, plenty of Democrats too, although the rot certainly isn't as pervasive as it is on the right, shouldn't be entrusted with those jobs. These text messages are a good insight into who these people are, although you gotta give them credit for one thing. At least they're self-aware enough to know that they should be untouchable as far as job prospects go. Maybe the next people will think about that before signing up for the worst people this country has to offer. Before you go, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. You can click the thumbnail right here on this screen. And if you want to support my work even further, the best way is to subscribe to my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen. There you can check out my interviews with major players in the world of politics, including President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Katie Porter, Jamie Raskin, and so many more. Plus other interviews that live exclusively on the podcast. That link is also right here on this screen, or just search No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen wherever you listen to podcasts.